This is your captain speaking. As you can tell in the cabin, we're hitting some shaky times, and it's about to get worse. So please take a moment, make sure you are buckled, and the loved ones around you are buckled, because we're about to hit turbulent truth. In 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen of all genders. We're glad to have you here with us. I'm Gary Chapman.
And I'm Scott Kutcher.
And this is Turbulent Truth.
Oh,
and
indeed.
Man, you know, when we named this show, we didn't have any idea how turbulent the truth was going to get. Good Lord. It's a bit of a whirlwind.
You think? It's now to the point where, like, texting each other, it's like, I got something, God just gave me, I got something, well, who's going, okay, rock, paper, scissors, go. You know, it's like trying to figure out what we're going to talk about. Well,
I mean, this week was very easy, quite frankly.
Had our pickings.
After our fearless semi-leader.
You said wiener, right?
Leader.
Oh, leader. Got
addressed the nation yesterday. That was the weirdest.
Addressed? I felt like I was being yelled at.
You were part of the time.
I mean, he was a very angry old man.
Yeah, he's an angry old man.
Yeah, he's a little crotchety. Yeah.
But I don't think he knows it.
No.
I think he truly believes he's a gentle, sweet soul.
He does.
That just cares for us all.
Well, you know, it's the drug they give him so he can be coherent enough to get through it.
Just to get through that moment.
Yeah. Anyways.
Man, do you have any of those on you?
No.
Okay, just checking.
I'm pretty sure they're coming across the border that's unsecure.
Does Medicare cover those? Yeah. Just asking for
No, but the cartel will.
I recorded the entire speech.
Okay.
And I cut out a few moments that I thought might be, we'll say, triggers.
So it's trigger warning. Wow. Okay, let's this is going to be interesting.
Do you want to just launch into it?
Yeah, let's do it, man. I can't wait to see what you did. I'm like looking at the screen right now. So
we will we'll toss these up on screen, and we could actually do the Science Theater 2000 thing and just have him in a corner here, so you don't have to just really focus on him. We'll make that call.
We'll see what happens. Yeah,
but we'll see. All right, this is and these are in chronological order, and the important things that popped out to me. I said, yeah, grab that. So this is the way it flowed to the degree that it flowed.
Don't worry, we're not using the whole thing. We're not going to do that.
No, we can't do that.
But
that's not.
This ought to be interesting.
That's not fair to us.
I know your editing style, so this ought to be really interesting.
All right. So right off the bat, he wanted to set the stage. I think. Anyway, you will respond.
Okay.
There's lousy senators. There's lousy presidents. There's lousy doctors. There's lousy lawyers. There's some really lousy doctors. There's really lousy lawyers.
So.
Already.
By the way, how are you doing, America?
Yay!
Good to see you.
I'll tell you what, if you're into laughter and satire around things that are like a disaster, this is a great time to be alive.
It's a wonderful time to be alive.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what else are you going to do, by the way? You could do that or just get in fetal position in a corner and start gazing at the horizon for the locust horde.
The whole time. It's like, dear God, no. So I got my hair shirt on order.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to go out in the woods, wear a hair shirt. Anyways, you know what that is. This is my opinion right off the bat.
I want to know.
That is him walking back, them defunding the police and saying how horrible they were during BLM and all that other crap. And now he's saying, oh, no. You know, we're actually going to use logic, or we're going to borrow it more likely from the other side and say, no, this is true. There are bad lawyers. There are bad things. But overall, the police are about justice. Period. End of story. And if there's a few bad ones, the good ones usually correct the bad ones.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think he's walking back. You know, that's what I got from. What'd you get from it?
I think that's it. His delivery is lacking.
You think?
It's just amazing how angry he can get so quickly.
Oh my gosh.
There were 2 or 3 times that he just it's like he turned on himself. He just starts screaming.
I'm not joking.
Oh, God. Okay, at the end we'll show.
Uh-oh.
I'm sure you've seen
people
joking about him saying not a joke. Oh, he's done it forever.
Yeah.
But yesterday, he set the record.
As he would say, it was on stun.
And I went through it, and I clipped every time that he
Did
made
you
that
really?
kind of a reference together.
Oh my gosh.
I put it on Facebook, and
He got throttled.
I would normally,
guarantee it.
on something like that, I would normally get a few thousand views minimum, and hundreds and hundreds, if not a few thousand, comments.
Yeah. What'd you get?
20. 20.
They immediately shut that crap
It's
down.
just
They're like, no.
So I figured I would expose it to a few million people, and you can go to Gary Chapman, singer-songwriter, on Facebook, and just let them know that you found it anyway.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun little trick to play on them. So, he's a
great.
trip. He's a
All
trip.
right, what's the next thing you got?
Next
What else
thing we
you
got this, and I'm not really sure what they are. I just clipped them, and I
In
thought
order
we'd
and
just
just throw them in there?
live through them. Here we go.
What's the next one?
I have 2 shotguns at home. It's a long story, but I'm not opposed to guns. But I support the Second Amendment, and I support the Second Amendment. But the Second Amendment, as one of the most conservative justices in history, Justice Scalia once wrote, quote, like most rights, the rights granted by the Second Amendment are not unlimited. They're not unlimited.
He took that out of context, by the way.
Right now, you can't go out and buy an automatic weapon. You can't go out and buy a cannon.
You can
And for
actually buy
those
cannons.
brave
right.
right-wing Americans who say it's all about keeping America's independent and safe. If you want to fight against the country, you need an F-15. You need something a little more than a gun.
Well, and quite frankly, if you're shopping for a fighter jet, I'd go for the F-35, since the F-15 has been flying for about 20 decades now.
Yeah, and I hear the Taliban has a lot of them.
Well, yeah, if you
'Cause they got
wanted
them when we pulled out.
If you want an F-15, no, dude, they got.
I know. I'm saying they got the
good.
good stuff. I'm just saying, if you want a real fighter, just call a Taliban.
Join the
They'll
Taliban.
give you a hell of a deal.
Well, they are selling them. You know, Christmas
my
is just
God.
around the corner. In case you're wondering what to get us,
We would do a
I can
Tomcat
fly it.
would be nice.
I can fly it and you can shoot it.
Absolutely. Tomcat would be really nice right about now. Just saying.
So that's just so bizarre to immediately start lashing out
Yeah.
at people who believe the Second Amendment actually should be in the Constitution. And I think it shows, again, the level of desperation that they're feeling, because they know
Yeah.
that if you think that just the population having guns is not a force to be reckoned with in a confrontation, I have 2 words: Vietnam.
Right.
Hello.
Right.
Those guys just snuck around, and quite frankly, sadly, I guess we lost that war. Did we officially lose that war?
we lost it.
And I hate it
Yeah.
because I got a lot of friends that were there, and it breaks my heart. But you cannot say that you've got to have superior firepower.
No.
What wins wars?
Strategy.
Is strategy and patience,
Amen.
fearlessness,
Yep.
passion. There's another good one. And if he wants to light the fire of passion,
He's about to.
dude, oh no, he just did.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's
well, you know what
ridiculous.
really stuck out to me on that one? What stuck out to me is how he said, you can't have automatic weapons. What is their whole thing about AR-15s been? They're automatic.
Mm-hmm.
They're automatic. Well, you can't have them right now. Which is it, moron? Are they automatic or not automatic? Well, we all know that our gun enthusiasts, they're not automatic. So
No, they're not.
he just again screwed himself up.
Oh, dude,
Duh.
dude, you're gonna lose your mind when we start
God.
talking about AR-15s.
Okay. Breathe. Right? Should I breathe?
Folks, look, I went to every major school shooting and in the country since I was a chairman of the Judiciary Committee all the way through vice president, president.
Okay. He just said that since he was chairman of the Judiciary Committee, which would date back
3 decades, right?
At least 3 decades.
Yeah.
Dude's been at it for almost 5, so at least 3 decades.
Oh my God.
So he's telling us that he's gone to every school shooting that has occurred in the last 30 years. That's how much he cares. He's been to every one of them.
Pinocchio.
There's
no freaking way.
There's no way he did that.
No way. No way.
Why does a guy so blatantly lie when it's so easy to find out that that's what he's doing? Why can't at least be a good liar?
Because everyone's looking at this
I
guy.
miss Bill Clinton. That dude, Man, he could absolutely sell you a car with no tires on it.
Oh yeah,
unbelievable.
Oh, he was pretty awesome.
Get your
Obama
friends to push.
Obama was right behind him.
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying, but he had an agenda.
I'm leaving that completely alone.
I was trying to tee it up. Anyways,
no, I'm not doing it.
You're not taking the bait.
Nope, nope. It's just bizarre to me that he would risk that. It seems odd to me.
He's not coherent enough to know he's risking anything. He's going off of a teleprompter. Someone's told him this is what's going to sell.
Right.
And he's trying to sell the nation on now he's had a change of heart.
So you don't think this was him wandering off the reservation? Because he does that.
I think he has a little bit on this.
In this?
In this he did.
Trust me.
Yeah, in this he did. But I'm just saying, if you don't think someone didn't coach the crap out of him before he went up there.
I know that.
Oh my gosh,
and it
come
looks
on.
like, you can always tell when he's looking at the teleprompter because it has kind of this look to it.
Right.
Sort of a little bit like that.
Right.
So I think he actually was reading that. Okay.
All right.
There's a mass shooting every single day in this country, in the streets of America. Every single day.
Okay. How many would that end up being?
That would be close to 365 mass shootings a year. Okay, for something to qualify as a mass shooting is historically, and it is still there, 4 deaths in one incident.
Yep, exactly.
That's a mass shooting.
Yep.
This guy is, now that could happen, you mentioned that could probably happen
in Chicago.
Yeah, with some regularity.
Oh, yeah.
Let's say it happened every weekend. That'd be 52 mass shootings a year.
Not 300.
Not 365.
But he's using Common Core math.
Oh, you know what? That's it. I'll bet that's it.
Show your work. You gotta show your work.
You know what?
4 plus 4 equals 10.
I apologize, Joe. I had no idea. I had no idea. My lack of ability to calculate, to do my numbers.
That's right. Their numbers.
My gazintas.
Yeah, that's right.
As Jethro used to say on Beverly Hillbillies.
Got to move a decimal.
Yeah, maybe that slowed me down. I could be wrong on this one.
Yeah, well.
So like I said, there's 365 mass shootings in America. Every single year.
So that means every day.
And that means duck. Duck and cover. Because, you know.
Well, I prefer Serpentine.
Serpentine. Name that movie.
That movie was actually, believe it or not, it's been in several. But the reason I have it fresh is because it was in the movie Cars that my kids love.
Oh.
It was actually in that.
They ripped that off of
Yes,
the
they
original
did.
thing,
And
which
what was
I
it?
can't remember right now.
So you're putting me on the spot, but you don't know.
I remember
think.
the character. It was the same guy that played Columbo. It was Falk.
Right.
And he was screaming at the guy, Serpentine, Serpentine, Vince. You know, his name was Vince. Shelley was the other guy. Shelley, Serpentine, Serpentine. Okay, somebody's going to go.
Come on.
Somebody's going
please
to
email us and
turbulenttruth@gmail.com.
Please.
Tell me what movie that is, because it's going to drive me nuts until I think
and
of it.
me too. Thank you very little.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so what's the next thing?
When I was recently in Uvalde, I almost hesitated to say to some of the kids in here. You know what some of the parents had to do? Supply DNA. Supply DNA.
Yeah.
His AR-15 just rips the body apart. Could not identify the body.
Wait for it. He's going to go off.
A 20-year-old kid can walk in and buy one? DNA to say that's my baby.
All right. I have an AR-15. You may or may not have one or two. I don't know. I'm not going to say it publicly.
I'm not letting the IRS know what I have.
I hear you. Well, I lost most of mine in a horrible boating accident a couple years ago.
Yes, it was horrible.
But
they all sunk.
I've shot an AR-15 many, many times at many, many things. I don't know how many times you'd have to shoot someone before they would be unrecognizable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That their parents wouldn't be able to look at the body of their sadly murdered child
Which
and
is
go,
so disgusting.
oh, it's completely disgusting. I can't believe that he actually went there.
He's so political.
Just to go to that level of tackiness.
Yeah.
Because there were kids in that room.
Yeah.
He did that.
I know it.
Those kids went home with that thought in their minds.
I'm trying not to get upset right now because
That's amazing.
I'll tell
what
you
would happen if Spencer saw
That's
that?
what I was just thinking of.
What would happen if my girl saw that?
They would be so upset being on the spectrum. They would feel it so
My
deep.
girl
They
would not
actually
want to go to school tomorrow.
No. we would have such a hard time moving forward with those two.
Anyway, I just thought it was so tacky, and quite frankly, just from a purely factual standpoint, no.
You would have to be point blank shooting them in the face over and over to be unrecognizable.
You'd have to empty a clip in each child's face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what he said happened.
And it didn't. All the reports show it did not. Were some of them shot and it was hard to see who they were at first?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
And did they still do DNA to make sure? Of
I'm
course.
sure they did, but that's not
why
what
create
he's
a narrative?
insinuating.
No, he's creating a narrative to get reelected.
He's going to back up that narrative here in a minute.
Oh my God.
Do you realize the bullet out of an AR-15 travels 5 times as rapidly as a bullet shot out of any other gun?
Of any other gun?
Any other gun.
He's full of crap.
So the velocity, the trajectory speed of an AR-15 is 5 times that of any other weapon.
Even though a 30-06 was used by snipers forever and still is as one of their favorite guns because of the velocity. And let's just talk grain count. This guy doesn't know jack. We all know that use guns, it's all about grain. The lighter the grain, the faster the bullet. I mean, just a lot of different things. The size of the actual cartridge. Oh my God. The difference between a .223 and a .556 is so different. It's ridiculous.
He's just so far off base. It's not even...
They talk out of their butts because they don't have the data. Go do your research.
See, I think it should be a law that if you talk out of your butt, there should be an accompanying fart sound, just so we'll know.
You know what? Why don't we just overdub it?
I can do that. I can't do that.
Anyways,
Dude, I don't know. It continues to baffle me.
it does.
So,
Well, let's keep going.
We'll go ahead and see what we got cranking.
Yeah.
This is just so sad.
Let me say this to my MAGA Republican friends
Here we go.
in Congress.
Of course.
Listen up.
Don't tell me you support law enforcement if you won't condemn what happened on the 6th. Don't tell me.
Wow. He drew that line.
He did. Believe the
Can't do
narrative or don't be who you are. That's what he's saying.
For God's sake, whose side are you on?
Okay.
Don't tell me.
I appreciate him actually asking that question. For God's sake,
Yeah.
whose side are you on? Me? I'm on God's side. I'm on God's side.
Hands down.
It is not Democrat, Republican. It is
No.
not left, right.
No.
I'm just glad he actually asked the question that I wanted to answer.
Right? All right. So here's the thing. Here's the thing that really gets me fired up.
Oh, there's something gets you fired up?
Stop it. Again, gets me fired up again. How's that? What
Yeah.
really gets me going about all of this is not only is it all this pandering and stuff, and he's trying to justify this safer bill and all the crap. That's what this is all about. It is literally a Band-Aid on cancer because, especially when it comes to the gun violence and things of that nature, we have a mental health issue in this country.
That's it.
Hands down. Why are we still putting Band-Aids on cancer? We're treating symptoms of a disease, not the core reason the disease exists. And we do that all the time, both right and left. That's why I'm a constitutionalist. We do it all the time. Stop doing that. Let's seek out a true solution to what the real issue is.
Yep.
Because take away guns, got cars. Take away cars, you got motorbikes. Take away it's just get knives. Look at the knife attacks overseas.
It's a huge number, actually.
It's massive.
Yeah.
Blows our gun one out of the water.
Right.
And by the way, 1 out of 3 result in a death.
Yeah.
1 out of 3. So check my facts. If I'm wrong, again, email. But from last facts I saw, 1 out of 3 of knife attacks over in England and all over around there result in a death.
The great uniter has clearly decided that
To be the great
wasn't-
divider.
That wasn't working. What with the election coming up and all, so let's swing back the other direction. The things that he's laying down. Like
Yep.
I've got friends that were at January 6th.
Mm-hmm.
They were there.
Yep.
I actually thought about going up there myself. I wanted to hear the speech. I knew it was going to be a historic day.
Yeah.
It's like, why not? Why not? Let's see it, right? And would I have marched into the Capitol? No, I would not. Would I have?
They went too far.
Yeah, they definitely did. And some went way, way too far. Most of them were federal agents, or at least incited. I'm just saying,
I'm there with you.
There's a lot of...
Still want that one guy that's been caught on tape. I forgot his name because I just had a brain fart.
Ray Epps.
Thank you. Constantly saying, hey, come on in. You know what we need to do? We need to storm.
We need to storm.
Plant that seed for 2 days.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Until we see the 10,000 hours of video footage that Nancy Pelosi won't let us see.
Exactly. We'll never know what really happened.
How are we going to know?
It's all hearsay. It's all hearsay.
Yeah. Anyway, until they stop defining us by what they assume we believe, there's never going to be any clarity. There's never going to be any unity.
No.
And the same could be for us.
Well, they want to keep us divided.
Of course they do.
They
don't
have
want this
to.
to be... No.
That's and you know what? That's one of the number one rules. Going back to war.
Cleansing breath.
Going back to war. That's one of the number one rules. One of the number one things you do is cut off communication.
Yeah.
So if they can confuse us and make the communication, vitriol.
Right.
Here we are. Do you have a new one? Do you have another one for me?
I had another piece
Oh my gosh.
of information that I thought I might share.
Okay. All right.
This is from, I believe, 1943.
Okay.
In 1943, the following directive was issued from party headquarters to all communists in the United States. It read, "When certain obstructionists become too irritating, label them after suitable build-ups as fascist or Nazi or anti-Semitic, and use the prestige of anti-fascist and tolerance organizations to discredit them. In the public mind, constantly associate those who oppose us with those names which already have a bad smell. The association will, after enough repetition, become fact in the public mind."
MAGA, 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 MAGA,
So-
MAGA, 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 MAGA.
You know what that proves? You can't teach an old devil new tricks.
Right?
And then
man.
my parting...
There's so many warnings.
Yeah.
So many.
And that wasn't hyperbole.
My parting
meant
shot...
that.
Hey, be
I'm
quiet,
not
Joe.
joking.
Joe, be quiet.
He doesn't know how.
This was my little compilation of the number of times that he wanted to remind us that we're not joking. It's a tell if you're a poker player. When somebody is trying to tell you, I'm not doing that, they're doing it.
Absolutely.
They're doing it.
Absolutely.
So
That's actually psychological too.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just yesterday. This is not taken from a bunch of speeches. This is
This is all from that one speech.
One 30-minute speech
Oh, boy.
yesterday.
All right.
And roll them.
And that wasn't hyperbole. I meant that. And I'm not joking. No, I'm serious. I'm not being facetious. Flat out. Flat out. Not a joke. Not a joke. I mean it. I'm being serious. I'm being serious. But all kidding aside, for real. But guess what? No, I'm not joking. No, I'm not joking. Think about it. Not a joke. It's just that simple. And now it's sickening. I really mean it. Not a joke. What in God's name has happened to that in the United States of America?
Well, he asked a good solid question there at the end.
So I went through like 16
I know.
with a few of them not saying I'm not joking, but
Okay.
implying it. And so let's just take a few out. So we're at least 12 to 15.
Easily.
Yeah. So
So the only way
In
to
one
wrap this
speech.
up, because we've stirred the pot.
oh yeah, no, that's our job.
That's kind of part of our job,
Yeah.
but it's also part of our job to have at least point you toward the
Truth.
answer, the truth.
Yep.
And there's an old song I've not been able to get out of my head. It was kind of my emotional blanket when I was a kid.
Really?
I was really young and I'd have a bad dream or something. I would either, get up and go whine to my mom and dad that I'd had a bad dream, or I would sing the last verse of this old song
Over and over.
in my head over and over.
Wow.
And most of the time it worked.
Wow. Do you still have the blankie?
I still have the blankie. I do, yes. No, I've lost that, and that's
Yeah.
very sad. But
Yeah.
my little girl has a few, and I borrow one of those from time to time.
There you go.
But this song is my musical blanket. It is.
Very cool. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, it's
sure.
an old song called Wonderful Peace.
Ooh,
It actually passes your understanding. Shocker.
amazing.
So until next week, when we find something else to dive into and have fun with, I'm still Gary Chapman,
I'm still Scott Kutcher.
and this is Turbulent Truth.
Indeed.
far away in the depths of my spirit tonight. There's a melody sweeter than song, in celestial like strings it unceasingly falls o'er my soul like an infinite calm. It's peace, peace, wonderful peace, coming down from the Father above. Sweep over my spirit forever, I pray, in fathomless billows of love. And I am resting tonight in this wonderful peace. I'm resting sweetly in Jesus' control, for I'm kept from all danger by night and by day, and His glory is flooding my soul with peace, peace, wonderful peace, coming down from the Father above. Sweep over my spirit forever, I pray, in fathomless billows of love. Sweep over my spirit forever, I pray, in fathomless billows of love.